Hello and welcome to Financial Conversations with Brian. If you're new to my channel, please hit the subscribe button, the like button. Today I want to get back on here again and do a second video. I just feel like a YouTube day and talk about another subject that's I've been thinking about, and that's the word retirement. It's a word that I really don't like. I've used it before, but I'm getting to where I really despise the word retirement, and I'll tell you why. The main reason is you ask 10 different people to define retirement, and you'll probably get 10 different answers. And that's why I don't like the word. It's defined differently by each person. You know, some people may say, well, retirement means you never work again a day of your life. For some people, that's what retirement is. Okay? They get all they can, and then they sit on their can. But an interesting statistic is, I didn't realize it was this high, but 40% of people, after they retire, go back to work. 40%. That's a very high number. And I think it's interesting. When I started doing a little research into why these people go back to work. Some people volunteer, so they do it for no pay. They just want to give back to the community, which is a great thing. You know, some people, it's a sad thing, but some people work their whole lives up to, say, 65, I guess is a traditional retirement age, and their spouse may not have made it to the same age. So they're sitting at home and they may have some loneliness issues. So going back to work for them may be more, instead of a financial reason, it may be because they want friendships, a second family, relationships. So, does it mean that person's not retired anymore if they volunteer? Or if they just go and find a part-time job that they only earn $5,000-$10,000 a year because they want to get out of the house and socialize? No, I guess if you look at the traditional way some people view retirement, then that means that they're not in retirement no more. To me, it's more like these people don't have to work. They choose to. And there's lots of reasons why. But it depends on the person. And that's why I don't like traditional words like retirement, is because it really is different for everyone. Who cares? I wish they'd just take the word retirement and flush it down the toilet. It's a worthless word to me. Because I knew when I left my job 2 years ago that I was still going to be busy doing something. I wasn't going to come home and just do nothing. There's things that I wanted to do. Well, for one, like a YouTube channel, and other pursuits. I may pursue writing a book. That's something I've had on my mind. But I knew I wasn't going to come home and just sit on my can. I had other interests besides where I was at. And those other interests make me happy. So, I guess you could say I'm retired. I don't know. Like I said, I just don't like the word because I'm always busy doing something. And I think if you ask most retirees, some of them will say that they get busier after they retire. I've heard people say that. And it's because they're not giving 40 hours a week to their employer. They're putting all the time into the pursuit of their family or their own personal things that they want to do or accomplish. Some people may want to volunteer more at the church, be a part of more outreach for their church, whatever it is. I just think everybody ought to define retirement for themselves. And when you start reading, I've read so many financial books in my lifetime, and you see retirement, and they always use that age, 65 or 60 or 62. They use the Social Security age or whatever that is. And whatever. I think that's what they're programming you for. They want you to follow a pattern. They want you to get out of high school, go into college, accumulate tons of student loan debt, whatever, pursue a job, go deeply into debt, and get in that rat race. And just stay on that little treadmill. Just keep on going. That little carrot's out here, and you're trying to get to it. Oh, and then when you get there, it moves further out. And then they come up with these numbers like, well, you'll need $2.5 million to retire in the year 2040. How do they know that? How do they come up with these numbers? It just makes me laugh. There's no way they can know what any one person would need to retire. That number is different for everybody, based on what they consider enough. And their lifestyle, what they want to do. I guess if you wanted to cruise around the world every year, then you might need that much. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong about cruising around the world or anything like that. It's just, I just don't think a financial institution knows what you need. That's what they want you to think you need. Because their job is to sell investments. And trust me, I have nothing against investments. I've got quite a few myself that pay every month. But their thing is they want to sell you into a system. The world system. And as Christians, we're not supposed to be a part of the world. We live in the world, and we are, we're in this world, but our minds should not be worldly. Our minds should be somewhere different. What the world values is going to be something completely different than what a Christian would value. Anyway, I just wanted to throw that word out there and pretty much trash the word retirement. It's a bogus word. I wish they'd come up with a different term for it. I don't know what that is. If you guys can think of a different word for retirement that's more reflective, comment down below. It'd be fun to see if anybody puts any comments in there of what it would be called. I'll prefer financial independence. To me, that's a better thing to say than retirement. Because financial independence can be accomplished at any age. Not 65. If you want to follow the script that they throw at you and think that you have to do it their way, God bless you. But you don't have to. Anyway, I think that's enough for today. I'll talk to you guys later. And always remember, if you think you can, you're right. If you think you can't, you're right.